Yo, so I'm Randhir and I met Ramindu close upon, God, it seems like ages ago, but I remember we connected to do a YouTube interview on his YouTube series. And I wasn't really aware of what his background and capabilities were at the time. Then he offered to do some business coaching later on, and so we sat down for a few sessions. I've always been very iffy about meeting coaches and consultants and everything because it's so overhyped, right? I mean, everybody's some kind of a coach and some kind of a this and some kind of a that, and I was a bit skeptic, but then again, wouldn't hurt to try. He seemed like a genuine guy, so I was like, yeah, why not? Finally sat down, and I found the sessions to be sort of very, very structured, very, very well presented, and it wasn't a situation where like someone was talking at you, so it was it was like a two-way conversation. And I think personally that was the first time in like a while, like in my, honest to God, like in my entire life that I'd actually sat down and had a session like that. And the benefits of it were pretty astounding. Like, I mean, when you actually get to talking about what's going through your mind, and you kind of sort of get to take that helicopter view of everything you're doing, and it makes you question a lot of things. Like, you see the flaws in what you're doing, you start thinking differently about things. And in that aspect, it was really, really helpful, because a lot of us who are not doing 9 to 5s, who are, we'll say, musicians or artists and entrepreneurs and stuff, we absorb, not absorb, like we take on so much. We say yes to everything, and we love the thrill of it. But what you don't see happening along the years of doing all that is you don't account for burnout. You don't see what you're doing well and what's going not so well. And these sessions kind of give you that helicopter view, which is very, very important, I think, for a lot of people, because time is money. Time is ticking away from you every day, and what you give your time to, how you expend your energy, that's very important. And also, like, after a while of sort of starting with something you love, like say for example music, and then going into other ventures and so on, like when you tend to, I guess we do all this stuff not just for passion. I mean, obviously we do it for the money as well, so then there's always a little bit of greed, I think, behind entrepreneurship if we're just being honest about things. So I think the love for wealth and success kind of overtakes a lot of things, and you find yourself in this place where you're just this robotic, mechanical human being, just running behind everything and just being being spread really thin, right? So that's where I was. And now, I mean, look, these things aren't fixed overnight, and you can't fix them in like a couple of sessions and so on. It's at the end of the day, it's always up to you, And I think a business coach's job is just kind of point you in the right direction and suggest, but at the end of the day, you have to take the lead and sort of execute these changes, So yeah, in the process of doing that, and honest to God, yeah, man, good. I think a lot of people have a bit of a complex about seeing a business coach, or talking to anyone in general, especially in this culture here, especially all of us. Like, we're not taught to be open about what's on our mind and so on. And as a lot of people kind of might be having the misconception that, okay, if I talk to somebody, it's like, if I talk to a coach, it's like I'm talking to a therapist. It means that I'm not mentally sound. I had that complex as well. So I mean, if you need help, I mean, be it with whatever, be it with a business matter, an emotional matter, a financial matter, whatever, if you need help, you need to ask for it, right? That's something that I've learned. And there's no shame in sort of getting help and taking some instruction. There really is no shame in that. If all the world's most highest paid football players and athletes and all that have coaches, why shouldn't businessmen, why shouldn't musicians, why shouldn't entrepreneurs, So yeah, that's pretty much it.